through the grind. It's on the rise, the restore, and I can feel it. It's slowly coming back to the core of good music. Back when legends were spitting, the shit was different. It wasn't debates, if the bars was actually written. I'ma be creative.
So here we got here's the spoil, the 54 F100 that we did. Air suspension, vintage air, pulley system, new U-joints, new exhaust, shocks, and new firewall plate that was custom made by us. Pretty much went over the wiring. We did all the wiring, mostly all of the wiring. Relocated the fuse box and added a few other wires to it. But you can look and walk around, and I'll show you. See here, we did new exhaust. Here's the Ford setup here for the airbag setup. And got here, we ran all these wires, everything here was all redone. The electric fans, all the wiring for the electric fans. We raised the bed floor for the humps on the chassis. And did a few things. There's still customers gonna come back to do a few other things. He wants to take care of the interior, the gauges, probably do the motor digital gauges inside. Yeah, so we did all the rear brake lines were all new. Come out of the wheel cylinders up here to the proportion. They run up through here and then back to the factory brake line where it was.
Through the struggle, oh, it got you through the grind. It's on the rise, the restore, and I can feel it. It's slowly coming back to the core of good music. Back when legends were spitting, the shit was different. It wasn't.
We're going over everything here on the 54. Just checking all the fluids, going over everything. And we're pretty much ready to go in. I'm going to go for a road test. We're going to establish the air ride height, prepare for the customer, do the alignment, little stuff here and there, but all the big stuff is pretty much done. And then pretty much this is the final product. We made the firewall plate, both sides. We still got to make one here for the middle. The pulley system, the AC, made the condenser brackets, and the electric fans. All the wiring is nice and hidden, tucked under. The battery's on the passenger side, so everything runs along the side here. The bed floor was raised. We used the existing diamond plate that it had. That's it. Later on, he's going to bring it into us, and we're going to do a few other things. Probably paint the motor, clean up a lot of the other stuff, make new other brake lines, such stuff. Interior, stereo, gauges. So, yeah, he was going to enjoy it for now, and then bring it back to us. So in the interior, what we did was we changed the steering column. This truck was put together, kind of like a Chevy Ford, late 90s build. So there was no map for this truck. We had to invent as we went along. The vintage air system that you see here, it's all mounted up here. We had to make this actual plate right here to be able to mount this, because there was no plate how it mounted. We also made this pretty cool little invention here up here to be able to move the air management system, left, right, however you can take it off. It's got a magnet on it, place it there. And the AC is ice cold, there's nothing like vintage air. And so we put a new steering column, new steering wheel, cleaned the interior up a bit. We painted the bench seat, but eventually he's gonna want to redo the bench seat, redo it all nicely. He wants to do all the gauges, the Dakota digital. Some of those gauges are not working properly. They're outdated. So we gotta go through all the stuff to go for it. But he wants to enjoy the truck, so now he's, he wants to drive it, take it to a few shows, and then bring it back to us, and then we'll, like it is, and just keep on modding it. That's pretty much it. I mean, it was a nice adventure, but it turned out pretty good. So we'll take it for a cruise in a little bit and see how it runs.
If a bar was actually written, I'ma be creative, super innovative. I promise when I make it, I will never leave the basics. It comes back around a boomerang, a figure eight, a sonic boom, a 808, and anything we make is great. Making classics, 8x8 subliminal shots that we take is like the game that came out on the system around 1998. The greatness that we emulate is Kobe wearing number 8. If we communicate what's real, then we gon' be straight. It's inevitable to happen like a natural disaster. Mobap is coming back, but it couldn't come any faster. The complexity with my patterns, man, I'm on another planet, running circles around these actors. I'm the ringmaster of Saturn. If you ain't with the trends, then you become unpopular. Bunch of copyright copycats, worse than copyists. Rapping on what's ever hot with the blogs and the gossipers. I'm old school, I stay on point like a pencil. so sharper. If they pimpin' butterflies, then protect your cocoon. Man, it's all in.
All right, so we're going on a cruise. Let's see how this goes. Got to set the air pressure for the airbags. I don't want it to be too bouncy, but I'm playing with it. So pretty much I'll go for a ride, make sure everything works. The brakes work. We'll check for leaks once we come back. And the AC is working really well. Yeah, we got to do a few little things, little stuff. Do the alignment just to get everything dialed in, and go over everything, little stuff, pretty much, and then have it washed real good, clean it up real nice. This is a cool truck. It turned out a pretty cool build.
Your mind or what you can see.
Cause every day is precious. Time is of the essence. Get yours. Don't worry about the other successes. Hip hop is the art. This is a sketch of my message. It's layers to the shit. So build up your Tetris from soul music to insecure gold music. Shit, now we even got some pole music. People with the dopest rhymes, they get overlooked. People with the dopest lies, they get overbooked.
You can never leave behind what got you through the struggle or what got you through the grind. It's on the rise, you're restored, and I can feel it. It's slowly coming back to the core of good music. Back when legends were spitting, the shit was different. It wasn't debates, if a bar was actually written. I'ma be creative, super innovative. I promise when I make it, I will never leave the basics. You can never leave behind what got you through the struggle or what got you through the grind. It's on the rise, you're restored, and I can feel it. It's slowly coming back to the core of good music. Back when legends were spitting, the shit was different. It wasn't debates, if a bar was actually written. I'ma be creative, super innovative.
So yeah, the drive was pretty good. Take it back to the shop now. I'm gonna go over a few things, look over, make sure there's no leaks. But overall, the truck was pretty good. If you like what we build, the stuff that we do, don't forget to hit the like button, like and subscribe, and check out our YouTube channel. We got a ton of other stuff. And it's pretty much cool, just like this stuff. So.